Chinese Premier Li Keqiang is kicking off an 8-day tour of Africa. He's expected to make stops in Ethiopia, Nigeria, Angola, and Kenya. He arrives in Addis Ababa Sunday, where he held talks with his Ethiopian counterpart and signed a number of trade agreements. After the talks, both leaders said efforts must be made to further and strengthen bilateral relations.
China and Africa and their destinies are closely linked. We supported each other in our national liberation and independence, and in the course of national development. We have always treated each other as equals.
Li is expected to deliver an important policy speech at the African Union headquarters on Monday. CCTV's Maria Galang has more on that part of the story.
The African Union building, a prime example of the growing ties between China and Africa. Erastus Mwencha, the deputy chairperson for the AU Commission, says many of the continent's visions are now becoming reality, with a lot of potential ahead.
I was in China last year, and I met with the business people, and I was amazed as to how many of them are already engaged in, contracts in the continent, whether it is infrastructure, energy, or agriculture.
Over the past 10 years, the continent has made tremendous strides in infrastructure development, but it still faces many challenges, key among them security.
We know, for instance, in the case of the conflict in South Sudan, China has been in the forefront in coming to support our efforts to end this conflict, but also to support efforts on the ground, particularly those affected.
China's Premier Li Keqiang is expected to visit the AU headquarters. Mwencha hopes this visit will further strengthen Sino-Africa cooperation.
And it is one that brings us closer and one that encourages particularly the private sector, because where our leaders go, the private sector get a cue that is an area that the country would put on its priority.
Mwencha says the potential of mutual benefits for both Africa and China is set to grow in the coming years. Maria Galang, CCTV.